All right, everyone. I'm going to introduce you to Atlas. Atlas, come here. Come on. Oh, come here. Ah, this this is Atlas. Atlas, cut it out. Atlas is my 7-month-old massive German Shepherd puppy who wants to get into everything. He is relentlessly social. I'm going to talk about this in a minute. Atlas. Hello, everyone. This is Keith. Welcome to the Ghetto Sapien channel, your home of inner city intelligence. So that was my monster dog, my puppy, Atlas, like I said, 7 months old, and he's unapologetically social. He just doesn't care. He wants my attention. He wants the attention of everyone in the house, and he's gonna get it whether you like it or not. Dogs are naturally social creatures, and you just can't stop them. I think they are a reminder of what we are too. We're social creatures. But unlike the dog who can't deny his nature, we're denying ours. We're letting our technology convince us that we don't really need each other as much as we do. But even the Bible recognizes that we are, by our very nature, social creatures and we need each other. In 1 Corinthians, Paul talks about that we are many people, but we're one body with Christ being the head of the body. We all have different skills. We all have different gifts to bring, but we're all equally important. That is key. And I think that is an acknowledgement that we need each other. And we've gotten away from that. I think it's easy to do that again. Our technology makes us think we're much more independent than we are. Say 100 years ago, it was even people that lived in urban areas had a better idea that they needed each other. You had the Iceman who brought ice to your refrigerator. You had the milkman who brought fresh milk and took the old bottles away. You had the mailman. There was a lot of people that you had to interact with, even in cities, that reminded you constantly that you can't do this all by yourself. You can't survive on your own. You need the cooperation and the skills of other people, voluntarily, of course. We're not talking about socialism. I'm talking about social creatures, not socialism where, interactions are done by government coercion. Totally different subject. Just wanted to get that out of the way since I have a socialism and anti-socialism t-shirt. And just didn't want you to think it's ironic or anything like that. But back to the subject. Someone 100 years ago had fewer specialized skills. You probably could have found an 8 or 9-year-old kid who knew how to, skin a chicken, kill a chicken, skin it and prepare it, or fish, or he knew how to sew, things like that. They really knew how to multitask back then. Nowadays, we have very, very specialized skills. So we need each other even more to keep the society going than he did 100 years ago. I mean, right now I'm talking to you through the internet on my laptop, all sorts of electronic gadgets, as you can see. But without the guy or the guys, the crew that's working on like an oil rig to produce petroleum and petroleum products and natural gas, and then that had to be refined and it was sold to a power plant in order to generate electricity. Without all that, all my electronic stuff is junk. It's worthless. That's all done by people with specialized skills. The guy who works on the oil rig doesn't know how to refine oil into gasoline and natural gas so it can be used by the power companies. Again, it takes hundreds of people to get that done. Modern society is extremely dependent on many of us having many different skills and forming one body, going back to 1 Corinthians. And Also, the issue I think is how technology makes us, it brings us the illusion of independence. You have people who, especially in the city, who think that our food doesn't come from farms, it comes from the supermarket. True story. I actually read an article where you're asking some college students, they didn't see the importance of farms because all the food comes from the supermarket anyway. That's how detached from each other we become. My wife and I were at a restaurant just on Saturday, and it was kind of hard not to notice how many couples were much more engaged with their cell phones than they were with each other. You're there, you have a unique human being sitting right across from you. I mean, it could be your first date, it could be your 3,000th date. Talk to the person, engage with them. You'd be surprised how interesting humans can be. It's speaking to another human anyway, or communicating with them on your phone. It's not like it's an alien, so it's nothing unique there. Why don't you just put your phone down and socialize with the person right in front of you? We're losing our cohesion as a community because we have this illusion of independence. And again, we're not. I hope we learn to be more like our dogs in that sense, where we demand the attention of the person right in front of us. I think society would be much better off if we took more after Atlas than we did after people in the city who don't know where chickens come from. But that's my take on this. What's yours? Like, share, comment, and subscribe.